Celeste, I know you just joined. Alice told me you were having some difficulties. I am recording just in case your computer doesn't work, but it's just Pear Deck, so it should be pretty simple if you're like doing it from the phone or something. But yeah, just keep me updated. Text me, call me, beat me if you need to reach me. Okay, anyways, there we go. Okay, y'all. Today's gonna be very like forever is gonna be very star oriented, but I'm gonna try to make it fun the best I know how. I actually think Star it gets a lot of heat, but I think it's a pretty intense test. Like if you can do Star, you can do a lot. If you can do English Star, you can do a lot of things. Like have y'all heard like if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's how I feel about Star. That's from my favorite movie. I'm just kidding. Okay, I need to stop. The coffee's kicking in. I apologize, y'all. All right, here's your do not questions. A little bit different than other do not questions we've done. I'm just gonna let you read and focus. I'm gonna set a timer here for. Actually, I'm not gonna set a timer. I'm just gonna watch y'all. Great, I got Celeste. See, Celeste, your computer's slow and you're the first one to respond anyway. Go, Celeste. You go, Coco. Let's see. So I got Marisol logged in, and Daniel, and Vinny, and Alize, and Giselle, and Drake. I already got answers from Marisol, Roman, Seth, Celeste, Alize. But are they the correct answers? Yeah, they are. Look at y'all. Alright, I got most people responded, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If you joined a little late, that's okay. There's 2 more questions for you to join us. 3, 2, 1, and locking screens right now. Again, if you didn't quite get logged in, this isn't very yet, but there's a couple more questions for you to try. I am now going to show responses here. 1 second. Okay, so the correct answer here was D. Let me explain why. So the answer is not B because it's talking because it diverts the focus a little bit. This is talking about people in school, right? It mentions high school students. And so you want to keep the focus on high school students, and this brings in parents and neighbors. Like why? We're not talking about parents and neighbors, we're talking about high school students. C, remember that you're looking for the thesis statement here, which needs to be directed for the entire focus of the paper, so you don't want to get off track. C is incorrect because it doesn't mention high school students. Again, you want to keep your paper focused on the topic you're trying to talk about, and the topic that this person is trying to talk about is high school students, and C diverges away from that. So that is why D is the correct answer. Okay. Here's another one, same topic. This is about theses. This one is a little bit hard to answer without the rest of the essay, but quick tip here, if you read that italices that's at the very top of these star essays, it tells you basically the thesis. So read the italices and that'll help you answer this question. Pretty much lead you right to the answer. If you are just joining us, go ahead and get logged into the Pear Deck. We're doing some do now stuff here. Alright, I got responses from Drake's here, Daniel, Maddie, Roman, Seth, and Mr. Vinny. Waiting on 7 more, waiting on 6 more, waiting on 5 more, 4, and I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Lock our screens if you're joining a little late, that's okay. Make sure you're logged in by the time you get to practice, and exit ticket so that you can get your grade. I'm gonna lock this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright, y'all, showing the responses, and correct answer here was also D. Let me explain why not B or C, because those were the 2 other chosen questions. So if you read the italices on the top, again, this was hard to answer if you didn't read the italices on the top. This is the kind of question where if you kind of lost your focus or like zoned out in the middle of reading the whole passage, reading the analysis at the top keeps you from having to reread the entire paper, right? To like be like, what is this person's point? It tells you she wrote this paper to persuade, so we know it's a persuasive, people to be more careful because of the increase of skin cancer. The only thesis that says anything about skin cancer is D. So boom, answer. Alright, this one also important to read the italics on the top. It tells you that this paper was written to persuade the classmates to be careful online. And so although there may be theses, just giving you hints here, that talk about separating real life and social media, you want to choose the one that is talking or telling people to be careful. The key trick here is that the thesis does not use the word careful. It uses a synonym for the word careful. And so you have to know what that synonym means in order to get this answer right. I'm going to set aside a minute here and then see where we're at after a minute. Okay, looks like I got most let's see, I got responses from Alize, Celeste, Sierra, Daniel, Dante, Drake, Madi, Roman, and Seth. Those are all correct answers, but you're gonna call your name and you've answered. Maybe rethink. Make sure you're looking for the one that says be careful. Like straightforward, boom, be careful. Sorry, y'all are locked. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you know. Alright, y'all. Ooh, a lot of people got this one right. Look at y'all. Y'all are rock stars. There used to be a Nickelback song about I want to be a rock star. Anyways, why am I such an emo kid? Anyways. Okay, here you go. I digress. The correct answer, y'all, is B. Let me explain why not A and D, because those were the other two things people chose. A is so close, like big distractor answer, big time. But it is not correct because it doesn't say be careful. Remember, for persuasive, they're trying to tell you to do something to convince you of something. B is the only one that says to be careful. But they don't use the word careful, they use the word cognizant, which is why if you do see a word that you don't know what it means, use a dictionary. You can use one for the star. Look up cognizant. Two of the most frequently missed questions on the past mock were spelling questions, and that makes me so angry inside because you could just look it up. But anyways, a lot of you finished early, so like you have 5 hours. Look up the words. D is not correct again because it doesn't mention being careful. Alright, y'all, today's focus is going to be a nonfiction central idea and claim, so identifying these two things within a nonfiction text. Everything will be on Pear Deck. I'm about to talk a little bit more about that. Your exit ticket will also be on Pear Deck. Alright, here we go. Slashy phase. Expectation and changing things. So just things that I need to change that I don't think I did very well last semester. 1, most grades will be Pear Deck responses. That is because I think that's easier for you than like doing a Word document. You can access it on a phone. It's less glitchy. And you can do it in the moment so you don't feel like you have homework if you didn't finish. And that's my big thing, is I don't want y'all to be stressed. 2, if you frequently, so on Friday, I'm going to text or call home for everybody who hasn't been really responsive on Pear Deck, which Pear Deck saves for me and tells me at the bottom. Y'all know that. So just because I don't want you guys to get off on a bad foot. Like, I want you guys to do your work in class, and if in class you're having tech issues or you have to step away for family stuff, send me a text, send me a chat, so that way I can excuse it for the day. But if it's every day, I'll be suspicious. But anyways. Most of you, like, you guys don't lie. I'm a liar. Y'all guys. Anyways. Okay. 3, missing work I'm going to start putting in, or missing Pear Deck responses will be more harshly graded. So what you might have caught on to is that with me, I was putting in lowest grade for you as 50. I would never put in anything lower than a 50. Just because I have some feelings about grades that are a little non-traditional. But anyways, I'm not going to do that anymore because I think that there are a few people, not many people, but a few people who took advantage of that. But again, if you have something that goes on, you're having a hard day, there's stuff going on in your family, there's COVID stuff, there's internet issues, send me a message, and then there will be exceptions to that rule. But I will not be putting in 50s as lowest grades anymore. The lowest you can drop to now will be a 0. Any questions about any of this? Okay. Cool. You have homework today. Today's the only day that you have homework for me. And here's where you can find it. If you look at my screen really quick, tagged you on an announcement this morning. Loading, scrolling. So your homework is to read chapter 1 of Animal Farm. If you have a physical copy of the book, it's pages 3 to 14. So if you have a physical copy, if you don't have a physical copy and you want one, hit me up and we can arrange time for you to buy one. But it's not super necessary. If you like the online version better, or you don't have money, or you just don't want this book, here is the chapter 1 PDF, and here is the chapter 1 YouTube video. And if you click on this, it's not me reading, it's the guy who got paid to make an audio version of this. But so it's a screenshot like we used to do in class of my Mac on the Kindle app, and I try to follow along with my mouse. It doesn't do the gray highlight, but I try to follow along with my mouse so you know where you were. And the guy reads it to you. It's only 15 minutes long. All I'm asking you for is 15 minutes of your time all week. You can do it during lunch, you can do it during study hall, you can do it in the morning before homeroom tomorrow, whatever. But yeah, that's there. Use it. If you want to read the whole book, or say you fall behind this week and then next week you're like, I need to read chapters 1 and 2, then the full book is always going to be attached here, so that way if you need to read more than one chapter at a time, the full book can be found there. Let me know if you have any trouble accessing any of those things. I try to do YouTube because it's easy, works everywhere, works phone, blah blah blah. Listen to it in the shower. I do that all the time. In the car. That's my plug for reading. Please read. Look, there's a pig. It's an easy read, y'all. It's probably the easiest book we'll read all year as far as words and stuff. Vocab. Okay, cool. What is a claim or central idea? So claim is more for persuasive texts, like the ones that I have you guys write. Central idea is more for informative, explanatory text, things that are just trying to tell you the facts. The reason I put a gavel is because persuasive texts are just trying to get a point across. They're trying to tell you to do something. They're trying to tell you to believe something. It is an opinion. It is okay for you guys to have opinions when you write. You guys are so hesitant of like, well, what if like I don't want to just say this. Like, what if other people think differently? That's okay. As a writer, you're just going to try to be as effective as possible. And when you suggest revisions to other people's writing, like in the revision portion of the mock and the star, you want to choose the ones that, even if they seem strong or like assertive or mean, or they're not what you believe, the one that is going to most effectively get the point across. So that is what we are looking for in the writing, not necessarily do we agree with the opinion or do other people agree with the opinion, but what most effectively gets the point across. Central idea is just what is something that what is a fact that they are trying to convey. Sometimes they don't say it out front, sometimes it's things that you have to infer from the facts. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I want you guys to go ahead and read this. This is a we do, and so this is not a multiple choice, it is a text box. The question you are trying to answer is, what is one conclusion the author makes about the use of economic measures such as Trump's use of tariff sanctions and other penalties. So read this. I tried to pick some that were a mix here. These are all political. Tried to pick some that were on the left side, on the right side, and in the middle. But honestly, I just picked the first articles that I clicked on because I didn't want to read through 5 articles last night at 8 o'clock. So these do not all represent the values of idea or myself. Just pay attention to the wording and look for a conclusion that you can make about Trump's use of tariff. What is the author trying to get you to conclude? What are they trying to get you to believe? What is a point they are trying to make about Trump's use of tariff sanctions? I'm going to stop talking now. Setting a timer just for my own timing management here to make sure we don't spend too long on this. Just read and then tell me what is one point that the author is trying to make. What are they trying to get you to believe about Trump's use of sanctions and tariffs and stuff? Alright, I already have responses here from Roman, Dante, Mahdi, Vinny, George, Rebbe, Seth, Alize, Drake, Abby, and Daniel. While other people finish up and you guys finish typing, I'm going to be looking for responses here to start so we can share and talk about together. Some of you very good job in repeating the language of the question. Trump's use of tariffs or sanctions blank, and then you finish that sort of sentence stem out to make your conclusion, to state the conclusion. Very good. The author concludes that. Also very good way to start your sentence. Good job, y'all. If y'all could do this, if you can do like open text responses, you can do multiple choice. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I need to stop making dodgeball references in class. Ben Stiller's not even that fun. Okay, I got most responses here, so I'm going to go ahead and go over this. If you're having a tougher time with this question or still typing, go ahead and continue typing. I'm not going to lock the screen quite just yet because this is a we do, so we're going to do this one together. So feel free to keep typing because this is us doing it together. Alright, I'm going to show two responses here. I did not read all the responses because I can't read that fast, especially not on a Tuesday. So... Here are two that I read that are correct. The author, you want to make that lowercase, so I didn't touch that. The author concludes that you want to make Trump uppercase, doesn't care to keep the United States, that's apostrophe S, sorry, I'm like, this is the right answer, let me nitpick the grammar, but anyways, reputation intact, and that the use of sanctions and weapons against others is unfair, and both of those things are really great because they come straight from the details of the text, where they mention reputation at the end. They don't mention it directly, which is why that answer is also really great because you take a detail and put it in your own words, which is what the multiple choice options are going to do, is they're going to reword what is stated. And this says respect others have for the country, which we can connect is reputation. And then the other one was unfairly, which there is a direct... I saw it somewhere now, I can't see it. Oh, right at the top, first sentence. Very good, y'all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on here. These two are going to be I do, so I am going to lock them after the timer. From the excerpt, the reader can conclude, ignore the which of the following, I'm supposed to change that, but what is something that the reader can conclude about Republicans' ideology? This one is more of a central idea, more of an informative. This one doesn't have a bias or an opinion. It's not trying to convince you of something. I think it's pretty objective and factual. So what is just something that we can say is true about their ideology, which means beliefs. So look, keywords while you're reading here, look for the words beliefs and ideology, and that'll be able to give you the opportunity to state something that they believe. This again is facts. This one's not an opinion. What is just something that the text says they believe in? I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to start the timer for 3 minutes here. I will lock the screen after 3 minutes. all you are looking for is what is something that they believe in. Hint here, the last two sentences, give it right away, right on the money. That was another hint. That was a hidden hint. Right on the money. Anyways. Cool, I got responses from... I almost dropped my heater. That would have burnt myself. Anyways, I didn't. Thank you. Roman, Dante, Ruby, Revi, Bianca, Vinny, Marisol, Seth, Mr. Drake, Miss Alize, Melanie, Jessica, and Celeste. We still got some typing time here. Again, you want to focus on looking for, the question is asking you to find a belief or something that is true about their ideology or beliefs, and so you want to look for those words, the beliefs or ideology, look for where those are mentioned or talked about, which is the last two sentences, would be the supporting details that would be able to allow you to draw that conclusion. I'll give you guys a minute to finish typing here. See a lot of people starting their responses. We still see 3 dots. If you're already done, thank you for being patient. Thank you, Marisol. I didn't intend to. I hit the cord with my shoe, and it almost ruined my life. But I decided what to name my teacher. Also, I'll tell you in a little bit. Actually, I'll just tell you now. His name is Hanson. Hanson the Eater. Really excited. I'm gonna Sharpie, no, I'm not gonna Sharpie. Hanson's one of my old students' names. He lives in California now. Great kid. Alright, this is gonna lock in about 15 seconds. Cool, I'm gonna start an answer here. Again, didn't get to read all of them. This one is Marisol's. And the Republicans, very good use here of apostrophe S. Ideology, possessive of ideologies, their ideologies were that they're against the bill, that was directly stated, and that the government should spend less money. So just regurgitating facts. A lot of times in the star, they'll just word the facts differently, but it'll mean the same thing. So, boom, this one is another persuasive. So according to the article, what happens when humans share ideologies as a group? So there are sort of like a few places where it is mentioned here, but look for any effect. So the cause is that they are gathering together and fighting for the same thing. What is the effect of that? How do people end up feeling as an effect on that? Hint here, this author's claim is that it's a positive effect, which this would be a persuasive because there's an opposite side of that. The opposite side of that is that there could be negative effects, but this person is trying to persuade us of a positive effect. What is the positive effect this person is trying to persuade us of? That's what I want you to put in the box. When they share ideologies, what happens? I'm going to stop talking now instead of timer. Got responses already from Roman, Marisol, Celeste, Daniel, Dante, Ravi, Abby, Drake, Alize, Ruby, Seth, Vinny, George, and Sierra. William. Very good. Jessica's typing. Got a couple more minutes to type here. If you're already done, thank you for being patient. This is our last practice before we go to that exit ticket. Y'all are doing a great job, by the way. Y'all are rocking it out. There's a lot of reasons there. Well, the people finished typing. We still got a minute left here. I'm going to start looking for responses to start. Alright, I see most people done here, and so I'm going to go ahead and lock this. I see one person still typing, but you pretty much got it now, so I'll lock this up. Alright. These responses are from Mr. Aaron Bettis and Miss Sierra and Mr. Sess. So sharing ideologies brings humans together and forms groups and bonds as they share the same beliefs. So that is the conclusion they're trying to persuade you of here. That's the point they're trying to make, the claim they're trying to make, is that sharing ideologies brings people together. Again, this is persuasive and this is an opinion because there is an opposite side to it. Somebody can easily counter this and say it doesn't bring people together, it tears people apart. And that's what makes this persuasive, is because there's another viewpoint that's possible. It's not just facts. Which is okay. It doesn't mean this person's being mean. It means they're stating what they believe. When humans work together, it can be more helpful and beneficial rather than trying to understand capitalism. So this, again, the point they're trying to make, which can be argued, is that it is more beneficial to work together than it is to really even understand it. So the feelings over facts, which Ernie Ramirez would not like me to say, because he always says facts over feelings. Anyways, the ideology becomes like a glue that keeps them together. That is the claim also. Celeste, I love you. I was going to ask you this morning if there were any updates on Harry Styles, and I didn't. And I messed up, because I should have asked, because there were important updates, apparently. Alright, y'all. The time is 11:35. We leave at 11:50. So let's do 10 minutes on the exit ticket, and then we'll go over the last 5. This is different what I've done before. I don't want you guys to leave when you do the exit ticket once you're done, because I want to go over the answers with you. But the screens will lock at 11:45. Oh, let me make it student paste. Duh, Hernandez, what are you doing? Student paste. Got it. Alright. Go ahead and go through the exit ticket. The next 3 questions. One of the questions tells you for the definitions. You have the power to scroll through this, so scroll backwards and look at the definitions if you need them. The other 2 are multiple choice. I'm going to stop talking now. Stay in the class. Do not leave when you are done. We're going to go over the answers at the end, but your screens will lock when the timer on the screen goes off. if you finish before the timer on the screen goes off, feel free to like go get water, go grab a snack, go to the bathroom, just be back when that timer goes off, so we can go over the answers. But I don't want to shorten the timer if you're already done because I want people to have a full amount of time if they take longer. But if you're already done, feel free to like go take a mini break, be back when that timer goes off. Do not leave. Do not leave. You know what I mean. Do not leave the meeting, but you can like walk away. Go pet your dog. We'll go over the answers in 5 minutes. Screens will lock in 5 minutes. We'll go over the answers. Cat, Bianca? Do you have a cat? Hamster? Chinchilla? Squirrel? Just kidding. I'm so distracting. I need to stop. Your camera... I can't see your camera. Oh, and I can see it. Look, you're so pretty. Show me the rock. I love it. I love it so much. I could think of some reasons. Anyways, I'm bad. I'm a bad person. Y'all make me want to paint rocks. Oh my god. You're inspiring me to be a more creative person. That's amazing. Y'all like have, what's the hashtag?
Wait, so if we see a white...
Can I be part of this? Actually, I don't have I have no social media. Wow. Celeste, good. Celeste, I'm gonna need you to send me that link in a message. I'm gonna stop talking now for the next 3 minutes, but message me that video, yeah. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go over the answers a little bit early because I gotta sanitize my desk and switch out. I'm only like 30 seconds early, so. Definitions are pretty straightforward. You just needed to write in your own words. You could have looked back at that, so I'm not going to go over the definitions there. Okay, I'm locking this now. Alright, so the correct answer to this one, number 2, was answer choice number D. Oh, no, wrong. Answer choice number C. The reason it is answer choice number C is because there are direct quotes here, details that lead to this conclusion. If it says it doesn't actually mean laughing out loud in a literal sense anymore, it's evolved into something much subtler and sophisticated. That means that the word has developed a new meaning or new definition. Again, answer choice C rewords the detail. Instead of saying definition, it says meaning, literal sense, evolved. That means changed, right? So the wording's a little bit different, but that is because the STAR does that. They're not going to put the exact language, so that way you have to make that connection, find similar meaning in different words. But the answer choice is C. If you got it wrong, you will lose a little bit of points, but not many, as long as you participated. I'm almost done. Okay, and the answer to this one here, this one was a little bit harder. This is one that I had to look closely at, double check myself. The answer choice here is answer choice A, and you have to infer that from the fact that it started off as an 11-bed hospital and is now a 4,000-bed hospital. That draws you, those details in the text draw you to infer that the central idea or conclusion that you can make is that the system's hospitals are in high demand, because that shows that there needed to be more beds, people needed more hospitals, more beds. What it does not say is that he goes into stomach care or any type of other body or health care. It does not, there is no clue that leads us to understand they need more resources. It doesn't say that they're struggling to support those services. It doesn't say that, and it doesn't say anything that has us infer or conclude that he no longer practiced medicine. Alright, y'all. Do not forget that you have homework. Remember that there is a YouTube video that you can watch. It is 15 minutes. You can do it, you listen to it in the shower, in the car, while you're playing dodgeball. Just kidding. Okay. Thank you guys for paying attention today. Thank you guys for showing up, for taking today by storm, even though it is the first day back from break. And yeah, be safe. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. You can leave. Alright, bye. I gotta end the meeting so I can clean the table for Mr. Garcia and go to my next class. Bye, y'all.